If you want to become strong in Power BI, you must learn one concept: Star Schema. Star Schema is a model design where one central table, which is called a fact table, that it has connected to dimensions tables around it. So we call dim tables. In this video, I will explain what is a Star Schema, why this concept is important, is it actually looks like a star in the real world. So Star Schema, we already said there is one central table which is called fact table and dim tables. In the fact table there are informations like this is the fact table, these are dim tables, dim products, dim warehouse, like that. These are also dim tables. So in the fact table it contains like values, quantity, product price, discount percentage and sales value, like that. In these dimension tables there are let's say the product tables, it got the product ID, product category, product name and product price, like that. In employees table there's a employee ID, employee name, email address, phone number, like that, and which department they are working, etc. So each of these dimension tables got a unique ID which is called a primary key. So like for example in a customer table there are primary keys like let's say customer C00 and 1, that's a customer primary key. When each record has a unique key like this is the customer number 1, then customer 2, like that, this, and this is the customer 3. It goes further down for each record. Let's say there are like 1,000 customers, there are 1,000 unique IDs like this, and employees are the same. Let's say EMP 001, EMP 002, like that. Products is the same, product like that, product with 2. Warehouse is the same, warehouse. 2 countries, let's say CT 001. This is the primary key. Under the primary key they would have a country name, let's say Australia, and maybe the state, sorry, not the state, the country. In the date table, date is the unique ID of the date table. Also always because when we generate a date table using DAX functions, using DAX, it just generate unique dates during the specific time we are given in the using DAX. So in the order table there is a column which is a order ID or sales ID, like that, that has a unique ID to order ID. Let's say OR 0001, that's a first record. So each record, when let's say when a sales transaction happen, that sales transaction generate a primary key, like that. Let's say another sales transaction happen, the second transaction would be OR 000 and 2, just like that. And in addition to those values, in the fact table there are columns for primary keys of these dim tables. It would be warehouse ID here, employee ID here, like that. Let's say like just like this. Let's say I'll erase this one. Now the fact table. It's the fact table, sales, otherwise we can say orders. There's the fact table. Alright. Fact table contains numbers. In addition to numbers, it got primary keys of the dim tables, let's say, and it also has a primary key for the fact table, primary key of the fact table. So let's say the sales table, it's a order ID. Order ID, that's a primary key. And the numbers, let's say price of the products, all of these are columns. Order ID column, price column, then the quantity column, and discounts percentage column, maybe tax column. In addition to these values and the primary key, it got the primary keys of dim tables. Employee ID column, then the product ID column, then the date, warehouse ID, customer ID, of course, country ID, product ID, country ID, country ID. As a fact table is the biggest table of the Star Schema. All right. See, order ID is the primary key of the fact table. These are values or numbers, right? Employee ID is the primary key of the employee ID. It's become the foreign key of the fact table. So there is only one primary key in a table. They can't have more than one primary key. It's a foreign table. It's a foreign key of the fact table. Product ID of a foreign key. Date act as a foreign key. Warehouse foreign key. Product ID foreign key. Country ID foreign key. That is how dim tables are connected to the fact table, like through the foreign key. Let's say employee ID is connected to employee. Product ID is connected to product table. Warehouse ID is connected to warehouse. Customer ID, I will put in here. Customers table. Date. Then the countries. Just like that. That's how dim tables are connected to the fact table. So one employee can handle more than one sales orders. This employee mean a sales ref, right? One customer can buy many times, like one customer can have more than one invoices, one to many. In one date can have more than one sales, one to many. One warehouse can handle or can ship more than one orders. One country has many sales. One product can have many sales. That's the way dim tables are connected to the fact table, right? So it's really important to understand now why this concept is important, why Star Schema is the heart of the Power BI, because this control the flow of the data, filter flowing of the data. So when there is a direct connections like this, calculations become easier. We can when we do calculations using DAX, we can reduce the complexity of the DAX. So also results become much reliable, and also the reports become much faster. So it's either we are making a simple semantic model or complex semantic models, it always try to follow this concept, Star Schema concept. So that's why it is important. Like how those filters work. Like for example, when we make reports, we check sales by customers, the orders handled by each sales refs, and product how many sales has happened from each product, how many shipments or how many orders has been handled by each warehouse, then the daily sales, monthly sales, annual sales, like that, the sales by country. That's how we use filters to get insights. So it's always you try to follow this Star Schema concept. It's like doing learning these things even though you are doing a simple Power BI project, or let's say you are making a simple Power BI project. It's better to follow these principles, these concepts, because it's become a habit. When you one day when you make big projects, you know what to do and you still have good practice. So that's why it is important. Now, does it actually looks like a star in the real world? In the textbook, it's perfectly like a star, but in the real world, because of different reasons, it won't be look like a perfect star. See, we should also comply business logics as well, not only the Star Schema concept. We also need to follow the business logic and other rules. So why it won't be looks like a perfect Star Schema? It's the perfect star. So in the real world, most of the time there are more than one fact table. Like for example, in this business they can be have purchase table, that is a star, that is a fact table. See, that also can Also can have a like shipping table. Shipping table, that's also a fact table. When there's a shipping table, this warehouse can be connected to the directly connect to the shipping table, and the shipping table can be connected to the sales order. One order can ship many times. Like in a single order, there can be have more than one product. Say it can be there can be have more than one parcels, or couple of times different deliveries can be happen, just like that. Say, and the shipping table can have dim tables like delivery company like that. So what we need to do is we always try to follow the Star Schema concept, which is dim tables around the fact tables. That's what we need to follow. It won't be like perfectly looks like a Star Schema, but we still follow that concept. This is the same, can connect to the product table, and just like that. So, and also this shipment company can have relationship with their employees. So there are like other relationships, and also there can be have relationships between dim tables. Among dim tables can be have relationships. For example, in this semantic model, customers table can connect to the countries table. One country can have many customers, just like that. So now I will share my screen with you. All right. This is the PBIX file which I already have loaded data and transformed. So there is no requirement to clean data, or already have done that part, and I already have put the data types as well. We just have to connect the tables. So I will show you how we can manually check, manually give the relationships. So first of all, I already have turned off a couple of settings, and here on the options, current file, data load, I have unticked these three boxes here: relationships, import relationships from data source on first load, auto detect new relationships after data is loaded, and updated or delete relationships when refreshing data. I already have unticked because I need to use the business logic to connect data, to connect tables. And I also have unticked this part, time intelligence, auto date and time. I have unticked here too. So let's do the connections between tables. So here you can see three different three fact tables in this data model. See, fact sales orders, fact sales order details table, then the fact purchase. Those are three fact tables. See, let's follow the Star Schema concept. So let's take the three fact tables into the middle and follow the Star Schema method to connect. like I said when I explained about the Star Schema, we just follow the concept. We can't really see like a proper star or when in the real world, because there are, I already explained more than one fact tables and connections between dim tables as well, and there are the inactive relationships like that reasons. So let's go to the fact sales orders and see. Before that, I will show you the table structure. Let's see the fact sales orders. See, order ID, that's the primary key of the sales orders, right? Then the customer, this is the customer ID. Sales date, that the date we use to connect with the date table. Then this is a sum of sales amount, and the employee ID and estate ID. Those are all primary keys of dim tables. This is the primary key. This primary key come from the estate table. This primary key come from the employees table. This primary key comes to the customers tables, like that. This is the connection of the time. So and this pretty much same the other fact tables. Let's say the fact order details table. See, this order details tables got a unique ID, and the order ID, that's the connection between the order table, then the product ID, like that. Then let's really quick check the purchase table. See, this is the purchase order ID, right? This is the date ID, we connect with the date table. This is the supply ID, product ID, like that, right? We don't really need the product column here. We can remove that, but it's fine. Right, let's go to the model view and start the connections. Right, let's start from the fact sales table. First of all, let's use the sales date to the date table. See, new relationship. Select tables and columns that are related. See, sales date, date table. They said there is no any like inactive relationship so far, so we can give the same, right? It's the connection, right? Sales date and the dim date. Sorry, date in the date table. Let's check customer. This is the customer ID. Customer, is the customer here. So customer ID. See, again we can see customer ID, give the connection. All right, now employee ID. Let's go to the employee table. This is the employee ID. We give the connection for that. Save connection. And what else got? Estate ID. Customer, employee, and the estate ID. Where's the estate table? Dim estate here. Estate ID here. Give the connection. Pretty simple. Just need to understand the business logic and the relationship between the data, between tables. I really suggest you to give this manually, because when you do real world complex modeling, you need to understand the logic, because otherwise you can get many problems when you do calculations using DAX functions. That's the end finish. We finished that one, and then let's go to the fact sales details table. Say order ID, we can connect order sales orders with the order ID. See, order ID. See, order ID here is the same sales order ID. It got the connection between both two fact tables. That's important. We can, when you understand the business logic, we can connect two fact tables, because I have seen certain people, they are saying we can't connect two fact tables, but as a business requirement we have to connect fact tables based on the requirements, right? That's that. What else we can connect? I got the product ID here. Where's the product table? This is the product table. Let's go product ID, product ID. The active relationship, yes. All right, what else got in this one? We have done all the keys, right? Then let's go to the fact purchase table. Got the order ID. This is a different order ID. This is the purchase order ID. We can't really connect to anything in here, but we got the product ID. We can connect to the product, right? Just like that. Order ID, purchase quantity, and you got the supplier ID. Where's the supplier table? You can find the supplier ID. See, supplier ID. Give the connection, right? Just like that. That's the we got the purchase order date. Can use the direction with the dim date table. That's how it is, right? Just like that. We don't need this measure table now. I will use this measure table in the future videos. What else? Or the dim countries. We didn't connect there, did we? Is the order tables go to country now? But we can connect the countries table with the customer. Customer should have a country. Oh no, customer got a state ID. You can connect the state ID with the customer. See, state ID, done. Oh, there's an ambiguity between the fact orders and dim tables. That's one too many. No, we can't make that active relationship. It will be, let's say, let's give the automatic relationship connection. It will be a inactive. No, let's try in here. Is this state ID? Already have an active relationship. That's why we can't connect. But see, it's a broken line. So which means these two tables already have a active relationship, right? Then what else we have to supplier ID? Did we connect the supplier? Or the purchase order, purchase tables. Let's see, supply ID. We check the supplier. Yep, we have done. And what is this one? Supply ID, purchase date, right? I think we have done all. Dim employees, employee department, or the employee we can connect to the country. This is the employee country. It should be definitely have a country ID here instead of the country table, country name. I want to connect that one. So that one connection here. Let's see, country ID. See, you can connect the country ID. Where's the country ID? I missed the order, that's why I get confusing now. So that should be all right now. Country ID done. Suppliers table, all right. Country tables, leave it like that. Customers should looks all right. So inactive relationship there. And employees, leave it like that. Product table, got the relationships. We check all these, right? It looks all right for me. See, there are like, we just follow the concept, that Star Schema concept. try to give the direct relationship to the try to give direct relationship from dim table to fact tables, right? Because that's the how that make easier to filtering. So that's why that is the important of the following Star Schema concept, right? See, now it doesn't looks like a star. Like there's a one method we can check the relationships. If there are missing relationship, we can check from here, manage relationships, auto detect. Probably new relationships have been added to the cement. Let's see. Oh, those are inactive relationships between dim table and dim products, which, yeah, that's all right. Country, yeah. All right, that's how things actually work in the real world. We need to follow the concept, but when we give the relationship, we can't like actually see a real star style. We just need to follow the concept. That's it. So that's what I wanted to explain from this video, and I'm thinking to upload this PBIX file without the relationships. So when I upload that, I will publish it through my social media. So I really hope to publish this PBIX file, because this is the PBIX file I will use for my future videos for about the modeling and DAX calculations. So thank you so much. I hope this video was helpful for you to understand the Star Schema and relationship between the tables and how work in the real world with more than single fact table. All right, thank you.